Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of getting slightly closer to the microphone because I'm actually quite far away. And, I don't know, it's purple now. um, I don't know why I just decided to double upload. Um, but I guess we are. So, like, you know what I'm praying for every goddamn day? It's very simple. I really, really, really hope that the new update comes with a functional seed system. I don't think that's, like, hype enough for, like, the majority of the player base to, like, announce, but maybe, just maybe, when we get the official announcement in mid-February, TM, maybe we'll get something where it's, like... Maybe we'll just get something where it's, like, bug fix, seeds now work. I would love, absolutely love, a functional seed system in this game. We would be hosting races all the time, bro. All the time, sister. All the time, NB. Every single goddamn fucking time we would be hosting races, okay? Whoa, Shiakawa racing? Oh my god. We would be Shiakawa drifting. It would be so fucking good, man. Now, what was I gonna say? I have absolutely no idea. I'm just checking the recent videos to see who we were playing. 3 episodes ago, 1 month ago, it was Jury. So that means that we can't play Jury, even though I want to play Jury. But we can't play Jury because she's 3 episodes ago, even though Jury was last month. Jury was also, like, 2 months ago as well. So it's like, we've been playing Jury a lot recently. But I like Jury. She's, like, one of my favorite characters. I kind of wanted to play Ayaka a while ago, and by a while ago, I mean last night, last episode. And historically speaking, that's Yumiko again. Historically speaking, there's been a 1-month gap between episodes, so might as well say that that was 80 years ago. But I have been getting... Is there like a curse, old god? Like, I should just know this off the top of my head, right? No. No, 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 no. No, because you... I don't know if, I don't play on Misery Worm enough to know if you count as a curse, or just, like, a status effect or whatever, but you actually you can actually give me, like, a punishment for having curses, so actually, no. That's kind of weird. There's not a curse Elder God. You ever think about that? Like, there's not an Elder God that interacts with curses? Kind of weird, huh? I don't know. We'll just stack debuffs. We'll just, like, stack debuffs. Oh, World of Horror, huh? Going easy on me tonight. Going easy on me on this, June 1st jaunt, 1984 through Shiakawa. It's true, it's true. So tomorrow, it's not going to be Dog Witch. I recorded other videos, and also we're going to have a really wacky, out-of-pocket, out-of-character video, because Plunger sent me a random DM at, like, 8 p.m. one day as a joke. And then, here's the thing. I always love bits. That's the image that I thought it was gonna be, man. That's the screen blocking image that I thought it was gonna be. But I always love doing bits. I always love committing to bits, and I will commit to silly, unrealistic, or bad bits for the purpose of just because it's a bit and I think it's funny, right? So, you know, Plunger, he hit me up with a DM. He hit me up in the DMs, alright? This is DMs between me and Plunger being leaked. That's not real, I'm just talking about a conversation that we had. Although I suppose it was in the DMs. But that doesn't count as DMs being leaked, though, right? Because that would be like if I shared the image. Or if I like, took an image and shared it. I think that's what DM leaking would be. But anyways... He sent me a link to a Steam game that is 99 cents, and it takes about 10 minutes to beat. And he said, hold on, let me give you the direct quote. Let me scroll up in our DMs and give you the direct quote. Can you buy this and play it for YouTube, question mark? And then he sent me a link to the game. And so I looked at the game. And you can probably guess what the game is. I mean, some people might even be like, wait, 99 cents, 10-minute game. And then, using the information that I'm about to say, you might actually know what it is. In which case, I mean, like, I don't know how good the game is, or if the game is weird or not. Because it looks like, I mean, I'm not going to say it looks normal from the Steam page. But, like, it doesn't look like it's got anything sketchy in it. At least that I've been able to see. Although all the reviews are joke reviews, so I guess I genuinely have no idea. But anyways, it's got a nice art style, looks cute. It's a 3D platformer. It's 99 cents. And I looked at it, and it's very simple. You play like a chibi frog, and you jump around, you collect medallions, you dodge attacks, you have HP. But where are you? What are you doing? It's very simple. There is a... This is a crazy thing to talk about in the average viewer duration Andy period, by the way. Absolutely nuts thing to talk about. But it's like, you are... Maybe fighting is the wrong word. I don't know why the hell I just did this, by the way, but I did. Because, I mean, curses are good for Ayaka. I kind of want to get rid of Panic, though. I kind of want to get rid of Branded, though. I'm going to get rid of Panic, because our combat's going to suck for a while. I really don't want to do the Carpenter Hammer, man. Like, can we get the can we get the HDF, man? Can we get the HDF? I'm going to refresh it twice. Alright, we take those. 16% Doom? 16% Doom for a little jaunt through Shiikawa? I think we can take that. I think we take those. And we'll do a little side quest for a little EXP, too. But, I will do a little EXP jaunt in the school, just as like a little treat. And I will take sanity damage because you know, I'm a little frightened, I'm a little scared. But okay, sorry about that. I had to pause the video. I wanted to ask a friend a rating question when they had a minute, and they had a minute, so, you know, I wanted to ask them a rating question. I didn't want to disrespect their time by not responding when I asked if, when they're free, I could ask them a question about rating, and I didn't want to disrespect y'all's time by just having the video filled with silence and me tip-tapping on my keyboard intermittently for, like, I don't know, like 5 minutes or something, I don't know. I don't know how long it's been. You wanna go fucking gambling because we're full health? I'm absolutely down to go fucking gambling because we're full health. She takes bonus! I'm so fucking dumb. She takes bonus. We could have killed with just 2 light attacks. What the heck? What the heck? But, anyways, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, the Game Plunger challenged me to play. I remember now. God, that would have been such a good thing if I just completely forgot about it, and then we just had this, like, unhinged anecdote for the first 6 minutes, and then I just never addressed it again because I completely forgot, because I got in a separate conversation for, like, 5 minutes, and now I'm thinking about Raid. But yeah, so basically it is a, I don't think illicit is the right word. I'd probably have to look at a synonyms website. But, you know, I don't think there's a way to say it gracefully. It's an adults-only game on Steam. And, you know, it's 10 minutes, and it is a game about a frog that jumps on platforms, and that is not a exaggeration or misrepresentation. But, you know, Plunger sent me that, and he's like, you should, can you buy this and play it on your YouTube channel? And so do you want to know what I responded with? Let me hit you with the direct quote. I sent him a picture of my Steam shopping cart, and then I said in the caption, you gonna edit out the nudity for me, ? And then in the shopping cart, the game is there. And then Plunger didn't respond. Now, the reason why he didn't respond is that Plunger works a wacky job, and he is getting home at, like, you know, God knows what time, because I'm bad with time zones. And he's in a different time zone than I am. So, like, my 8 p.m. is not his 8 p.m. But, you know, he's getting, like... So I send him the Bell Tolls GIF, the Limbus Company one, where the blind dog is, like, trying to kill you when you're getting the ship, like, in orbit. I send him the Bell Tolls. And then he responds... This is a live reading. Can I attempt to be funny about it? And then I say, it would need to be properly censored because it's a redacted game. But, yes, question mark? And the rest is history. I bought the 99-cent Frog game, and we will be balling. And you know what? I didn't buy Froggy's Adventure. I should buy Froggy's Adventure. Because that's like a cute little roguelite game where you're on like a frog on a skateboard, and it's like a roguelite. And I think unlike Dog Witch, it's actually not like actually a satanic, difficult, evil game disguised with cute chibi characters. But maybe it is, I don't know. Take a nap? Don't mind if I do, because I wish I could do that IRL. Well, I mean I could. I'm actually really tired right now. It's the evening right now. And I'm just kind of like... It would be pretty awesome. It would be pretty awesome to, No! Listen, I'm, like, hyper aware of this stuff right now. Because, I said, I was reading the stats of the character in, for the new update for World of Horror. And she has, like, 6 knowledge and 7 charisma or something like that. Or, like, 6 perception, 7 knowledge. And, like, I'm so sorry. Because I was reading the numbers sequentially. So it was, like, you know, for Ayaka, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4. But you can obviously imagine if somebody has, like, 6 in a stat and 7 in a stat. There's a certain brain rot going on right now that, you know, I apologize. Am I baller enough? I am baller enough. I still got it. And listen, I was making a joke about it on the, like, the last episode about how, like, I'm old and I'm washed and I can't play video games like I used to. But that is legitimately one of my favorite, like, jokes. Which is, like, I don't even know if it's real, because, like, there are legacy players for, like, high reaction time and high skill games who are still at the top of who are still, like, good. Like, really, really good. Like, professionally good. But I love that joke so much, where it's, like, if you're over the age of, like, what is it? Like, it's crazy how, people treat, like, professional gamers, right? But it's like if you're over, like, the age, like, 23 or 24, it's like you're done. You're cooked. You're too old to play the game anymore. And there was a video that my friend showed me that there was a joke in it that it just made me laugh so much that my friend had to pause the video, and I was just losing my shit so much that I could not pay attention to the rest of the video, because it was like a 30-minute, 20-minute video or something like that, and the joke was like 10 minutes in. And so it was literally, it was, every time I just chuckled past that point, I was remembering that joke. It was a video on, like, bad Counter-Strike pro teams or whatever, and it was like, this one team is supposed to be, like, really cool and really good, right? And they suck, and they, like, lose everything. And they're doing really badly, and they're, like, barely qualifying for, like, the international stage stuff. And they're getting domed, they're getting owned. They're losing to, like, random Polish teenagers who have never played competitive before. They're just getting, like, they're getting embarrassed, right? And there's one clip in there where I need to, like, compose myself to even think about this, man. This mystery spread, like, is the worst thing ever, by the way. This shit sucks so much. I'm gonna get rid of Branded. I don't like the Doom. I don't like the Doom. The Doom's stinky. The Doom's gross. I don't want it. But I'm, like, losing my mind just thinking about the joke again, right? And it's like, it's a video clip of this, like, supposedly really, really good team they're getting, you know what? Absolutely. We're giving up a really good weapon, but we're giving up a power weapon, but it's a temporal power weapon. It's a glass power weapon. It shatters. It loses its luster. It breaks. Absolutely. I mean, I see this as an absolute win. But it's a video of this really good team, and they have killed the entire enemy team except for one person, and it's played from the POV of this one guy. And I think he's got like a pistol, but like I couldn't even pay attention to the video itself, right? I was just losing my fucking mind. And the it's a 3v1. And the really, really good team that the video is about, and this really good team, they just, like, keep losing or whatever. It's a 3v1, and it's from the perspective of the one guy, the last survivor on his team. And the the caption of it's like a red arrow and circle pointing to, like, the guy, because it has, like, a face cam, and it has a picture of a Spinosaurus in the rain, and then it has text on the screen that says it has like the team's name, and it's like getting 1v3'd by a 33-year-old Spinosaurus. Just I'm It's good. It's really good. It's so good. I don't even remember what the video's called or who the YouTuber is or anything like that. It is just like, never send the park ranger, by the way. I mean, I guess you could maybe tech choice it if you had bullets and you wanted to do like 30 damage in like a turn or something, but like, I don't care. I don't care. Why do we have 50 Doom? Are we in like, we're not on Knight Errant. Why do we have 50 Doom Mystery 2? Why do I have 50 Doom Mystery 2? What are you? Do we have roads closed? We don't have roads closed. Why am I in 50 Doom Mystery 2? Why am I on 50 Doom Mystery 2? What the hell? Why am I on 52 Doom Mystery 2? I'm not paying attention, man. I'm just clicking the button. I can't take the mask. Like, because we're gonna do, like, 2 damage for, like, on the cultist. Duh. Motherfucker. Motherfucker, it's 3 damage. So this is 9, we have to do 20? So, what is the block looking like? So it's like we do... Yeah. Very funny, guys. Very funny. Very FNAF funny. I'll take 5% Doom, bro. I don't care. I don't care. We're probably gonna get, It's not Blood Moon, it's the other one. It's the one that gives you 5% Doom. It's the one that I'm scared of. We can't do Recluse until we get the thing that gives us stats, and then we get, like, 80 more billion, whatchamacallit. I mean, I guess we do have it through 2 flames, so maybe we could play around that too, but we want combat, we want to fight, we want to kill. Wait, what the fuck? Hey, wait, get this shit out of here, bro. I'm just gonna... That's fine. I want to level up, dude. What the hell's wrong with you? I want to level up. Connect the dots. Minus 5% Doom. We love to see it. Wait, how do we connect the dots? Oh, because we have paranoia! Just gently open the door. Just gently partially open the door and then close the door in his face. You're dead, buddy. Okay, let's kill him, let's kill him. Let's beat him to death with hammers. Let's beat him to death with lasers! I love that edit so much, man. Wrong. There we go. I think that's right? I'm not stupid. Oh no, it was the other one! Ah! Fake fan. Fake fan. It's fine. Boss is easy. Easy boss. Easy boss. We're Blood Mania, easy boss. Blood Mania, easy boss, wooden bat. Blood Mania, easy boss, wooden bat. It's true. True and real. Uh, um, I mean, 11 damage. We're taking -1, and we're doing 12 damage. I mean, I guess, you know, I can't really complain about that. I would be very, arrogant and very, be very rude, very arrogant to complain about that. I'll take Doom Effigy, I guess. It's not really what I wanted to take, but I'll take +1 knowledge so that we don't randomly fucking die to time skip. That's what you are. I can't believe I'm a fake fan. I don't know anything about this fucking game. Oh, that's actually a really interesting piece of discourse that I briefly had with a friend group, which we had to stop having the discourse because one of our friends got really, really into it. And then another friend who didn't really care that much, well, I should say that they cared, but, like, they had strong opinions about it, but they weren't bothered by, like, dissenting opinions, but then another friend is bothered by dissenting opinions and also had really strong opinions about it, so we don't do the discourse anymore. But it was a discourse about fandoms. And I think it's really interesting because, of how we could kill the boss, and it'd be funny. Why am I doing it? Because I have Doom Effigy. That's why I'm doing this. We need EXP. I have Doom Effigy. It's fine. Can we sell the cursed scissors for money? I just follow the awful tradition. Like, I hate to see it. Like, you hate to see it, but hell yeah. +2 funds? Hell yeah. No jar of blood for you. No jar of blood for me. Me and Karakusa Mask Rutsu. I mean, I don't really ever want to use this shit on the roommate, but I guess we might have to at some point, so... What if we could double whammy this of the Wombo combo? That'd be pretty cool. I'll donate my blood, that's fine. I'm not a coward, I'll donate my blood. But we had a fandom discourse thing where it's like, is this worth it? Low threat level, high threat level? Yeah, it's worth it, man. We're gonna get Doom reduction. We do need to go to the monument, though, and see if we can give money. We can't give stamina, but we can give anything else. Well, I mean, we have higher dexterity, technically, but I don't want to lose, stamina, so... We can only give funds to the outer entity, and the only reason why I want to do that is because we're never going to come back to the town screen again, so it's the only opportunity or chance that we have to do so. So, you want money? You want stamina? What the... And then this is just a good idea because, you know, we already have low enough stats. I don't want to, like, make our chances any worse here. If we had the whatchamacallit thing, I would fight Jane Doe, but unfortunately... It would be really funny. But we don't have any we can't block. Like, does this guy do sanity or does he do all? I actually need to look this up. But we were having fandom discourse while I search on the internet for, what is it, Dream Devourer? No, it's Dream Eater? No, I got them confused. It is Dream Devourer. I'm cringe. I don't know anything about this game. Yeah, he does all damage. Gonna have, like, 40 HP. Because it's, like, 36, but it's, like, we're, like, Mystery 4, so it's gonna have, like, an HP bonus. We'd have to dodge. Yeah, I can't do that. Unfortunate. Can I get Eldritch Possession now, please? No? Okay. I'm gonna reroll. There it is. Thank you. Still not actually that good, by the way, because it's only 8 knowledge, so it's kind of a little sketchy. We definitely could Doom out here, but hopefully Doom Effigy will help us out. If we were at +1 knowledge, I could get rid of maybe the brain damage and then get, like, to 12 and then do more damage, but I don't really think, yeah, I think we can probably just, like, let it ride. I think we can just let it ride. I don't want to accidentally screw ourselves over. But, 3 luck, by the way. 3 luck. But we were talking about, what makes you like a fan or like a player or like somebody in the community, you know? Like what makes you someone who is, hello dog, what are you doing? Why are you barking? She's barking because I'm not petting her? Well, now I'm petting her, okay? She's getting pets. I'm having to lean out of the gosh darn chair to pet her because she's under my desk on her bed. We eat those. But, you know, my opinion of, like, if somebody's a part of, like, the culture, the fandom, somebody's in the community, my personal opinion, and also I want you to know that my opinion doesn't really matter at all in the slightest. We got another mind wipe, didn't we? Oh no, we just actually have 20 EXP. Is that my opinion on it, which doesn't matter, by the way, because it's just my subjective opinion. But my opinion on it is that, that's a problem. That's a problem. Probably? I don't know. Why do we have, like, such a low... Ah... look who it's fungal growth. It's probably fine. We have enough stats to where we actually have a light source too. But in my opinion, what makes you a part of a fandom or a community is if you actively engage with the, I'm just gonna lean under my desk. I'm just gonna grab you like the ghoulies. Yes, I am. Now you're on my lap and you're getting pets. Can you believe it? Now you don't have to bark at me for not paying attention to you, because now you have, like, well, you think that you have all my attention, but you actually don't, because I'm talking to a microphone and I'm playing a video game, but you have a lot of my attention. But I think if you actively... So here's the thing. I think that if you are engaging with I'm just going to say a piece of art, because that's generic enough to apply to the different, like, aspects of what I mean. I think that if you are engaging with a piece of art... 15 damage, huh? Well, that works. Oh my god, we can do, little 20 damage as a treat? Don't mind if I do. I mean, it literally doesn't matter, but imagine if we had more funds, we could just kill the roommate in one go with just offerings. That would go kind of hard. Contaminated water, huh? Very nice, very nice. But I think that in order to engage with a piece of art, you need to not give something up necessarily, but you have to sort of meet the art where it's at, so that you can begin to then have, like, your own death of the author deconstruction of it, or to be able to engage with it, right? Like, I'll give you an example for, like, video games. If you play a video game, you can play the video game literally however you want. Nobody can stop you. But if you play the game in, like, a way that the game is not meant to be played, then your character might just be running into a wall. You might never make any progress. You might not make the jump that you're supposed to make, you know? If you're gonna play a game like Hollow Knight, right? Or like a Metroidvania, you need to meet the game where it's at, as, like, from a mechanical perspective of, like, I'm gonna go into this room in the early game. It has something that I can't interact with because I don't have the upgrade. So I need to go explore elsewhere to get the upgrade to then, you know, come back into the room and then, you know, go through the room. And I feel like if you go through that process of meeting the game where it's at, interfacing with the game in the way that it needs you to do for you to make progress, and then you go through that, then you could talk about, like, well, I don't think the game should have done it that way because I think it could have been better in another way, right? I feel like you need to meet the game in the middle, or where the game is at, and you need to play the game in order to understand, you know, how the game is, like, meant to be experienced, how the game is meant to exist, if that makes sense. But if you are someone that is only interacting through the game from the perspective of fandom or from the perspective of fan fiction, then I think that that's not really being in the I don't really think that's a being like a fan of the game. I think that's being a fan of your headcanons and your fan fiction. Like, you're taking it and then turning it into something else, but I don't think, even though it has similarities, I don't think that thing is, you know, I don't think that thing is, like, directly related to the game itself, because it's not, because your experience with it is not directly related to the game itself. Like, I would not call myself, like, somebody who is, like, in the Five Nights at Freddy's community, right? I'm not in the Five Nights at Freddy's community. I just like it. You know? I just like it. I like reading about it. I like watching videos about it, but I don't play it, and I don't interface with it on the level that it is at, right? I'm at a very surface level of how I exist with the game and how I exist with the series, right? So for me, anyways, that's sort of how I think about it. Now, do I think that any of this matters? Not really. I think that you should enjoy things how you enjoy them. And if you call yourself a fan of something, but my personal definition of, like, being a member of the community or being a fan of it is, like, doesn't, like, fall into what you do for it, is, like, that's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. That's literally just my own personal definition that I use for myself to describe whether or not I like something, or, like, I'm a fan of something, or I'm in the community, or, like, I'm, you know, I've got, like, because I know some people care about, like, community cred, right? Like, I know a lot of people in Final Fantasy XIV who wish that they were in at the ground floor of 1.0 so that they could knowledge check Light Source, a second enemy, Takashi's second mystery dexterity check. Well, guess what, brother? We got 8+ in everything but perception and luck. And, buddy, we got a Light Source. So don't even fucking step up to me. We could just, like, randomly die, though, right? Let it ride. Let it ride. 17 black. Let it ride. But, like, I know a lot of people are like, damn, I really wish I played 1.0. But it's like, Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 was bad. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't good. It wasn't fun. It wasn't enjoyable. Second enemy, huh? We did... I don't know, I'm just gonna pick Shiro-san, and I'm gonna be wrong, because I've been wrong every single fucking time, every single goddamn time I've been wrong. Let it ride. Hey buddy, how's it going? Hey Shiro-san, how's it going? I'm gonna give you a chance to live here. And by that I mean, go, Pocket Dust of Seeing. Jesus Christ. Doing, like, fucking 80 damage a turn. Let it ride! I don't know, what did we do first? I guess we did, like, Fear Festival second? Oh my god, I got it right. I don't think it matters, I think we win no matter what, but... Shoutouts to, Doom Effigy, I guess. But, or just, like, not re-rolling for Eldritch Possession, but I feel like we needed to do that. But yeah, no, I just, I don't know, I think, like, if you're gonna interact with a artwork, or you're gonna interact with a medium, or you're gonna interact with, like, a community, or, like, a thing, I feel like you need to engage with that thing, you know what I mean? And one of my friends, you know, they have the opinion of, like, if you say you're a fan of something, you're a fan of something, even if you don't interact with it. And I kind of, like, I mean, it doesn't matter that much to me. I don't really have, like, a strong horse in this race. But I guess the way that I think about it is, like, I have, like, I wouldn't call myself an MMO player, right? Because I've played Black Desert Online, and I didn't like it. I've played World of Warcraft, I got to level 20, I didn't like it. I have not played a traditional MMO. I have only ever, well, one that I liked, or, like, got to endgame, or, like, even mid-game, right? I have only ever liked games that are, like, MMO adjacent, like, or MMOs, but, like, with different priorities, like Final Fantasy XIV, right? Like, Final Fantasy XIV is not an MMORPG, and I know some people say it's like an RPG MMO, but it's like, it's not really a role-playing game either. It doesn't really feel like it. It's like a single-player RPG. Like, it's like a single-player JRPG that's linear, blah, 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 MMO, right? You can play basically the entire game alone. Just, like, very few things you have to do with actual people. But, like, I wouldn't call myself an MMO fan. I would call myself a Final Fantasy XIV fan. I wouldn't call myself a Final Fantasy fan, because my cred for Final Fantasy is what I've played so far of the game that Horg put up, which, you know, I feel bad for mentioning it because the playthrough's not completed yet. I have not abandoned that playthrough, but it's just something that's going to happen very, I can't remember the word. It's like sporadically? That's not even how you say the word. I'm cooked, man. I'm tired. I want to go take a nap before my raid starts. But, you know, it's like that game playing like 2 hours of, I think it's Final Fantasy IX. It's the one where you're playing the guy who's like got the 2 daggers and like, he's got like the monkey tail. And then there's like a quick time event like fight at the very beginning of the game, and there's like a silly looking night guy, and then playing a little bit of, I think it's 13, it's the lightning game. I played the lightning game for like a little bit, like a couple hours, and that's the one that I wanted to beat the most out of like the ones that I've played, of like my own like buying the game and being like, ooh, this looks cool. But apparently the lightning saga, is it a trilogy? Or is it 2 games? But that one I've wanted to play the most, right? But it's like, I would not call myself a Final Fantasy fan, because like, I'm not a fan of Final Fantasy. I'm a fan of Final Fantasy XIV, which is a weird amalgamation game that just takes from everything and then just like does its own thing, right? But I'm not a fan of like Final Fantasy in general. I'm a fan of Final Fantasy XIV. I don't care about all of the Final Fantasy references or the Final Fantasy homages that they do, because to me, all this shit is like new and original, and I don't care about anything else, right? It doesn't make me want to go back and play the older Final Fantasy games, except out of like the very funny, like me playing that one. I'm pretty sure it's 6. It's 6 or 4. I don't remember which one it is that we're doing for the channel. But like when I saw that guy and I'm like, that's the dog from Final Fantasy XIV. Like that's what the dog is based off of. Him. Or like Kefka. It's like, I remember that raid boss. But like, or it's like, oh my god, Machinist. Oh my god, DPS Limit Break. Or like a ranged DPS Limit Break 1. OMG. Oh my god, Bioblaster, you know, that sort of thing. But it doesn't, me playing Final Fantasy XIV does not make me want to go through the entire series and, like, appreciate the history and the culture. It's just sort of like, that's a game that I'm playing, and, I'll occasionally see something that I'm like, I know what that is, or, oh, that's a Mog Station microtransaction item. But yeah, I wouldn't call myself a Final Fantasy fan, is what I'm getting at with this. Even though my, like, most played game of all time by this point, or, like, the most time I've put into a single game in my entire, like, life of playing video games is a Final Fantasy game, I would not consider myself a Final Fantasy fan. Like, when they make Final Fantasy 17, I ain't buying that shit. Unless it's, like, a Creative Business Unit 3 thing, and it's, like, Yoshi P worked on it, and, like, Soken worked on it, and, like, you know, my CBU3 goats worked on it. Because, I mean, I got 16. But, like, you know, I don't, like, you know, I played Final Fantasy 14. I don't want to play 15. I don't want to play, well, I do want to play 13, I guess, but I don't want to play 12. I don't want to play 11. I don't want to play 10, you know? And I've only ever beaten one Final Fantasy game, and it's 14. But I don't know. I think that if somebody was only a Final Fantasy 14 Andy, and they say they were a Final Fantasy fan, I think that's fair. That's not my own personal definition of it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. I don't know why I'm double uploading. I didn't want to. I wanted to just do, like, single uploads for, like, a week, but apparently we're double uploading now, so, you know, New game tomorrow. I'm gonna rename the League of Legends folder. Maybe that spoils what game it is to something else, and then we're just gonna have that one folder for all those kinds of games. And then eventually you're gonna get a plunger head edited video of a sus game about a frog versus a woman in a mural, I guess. But yeah. Gonna be, Plunger's gonna have to censor that shit right and proper. I don't think we're gonna get green monetization on that shit, but we're definitely getting yellow, or I'm not uploading it. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, have a good one. I'll see you on the next episode of, whatever you decide to watch next. Because there's actual variety now, yippee! And, mid-February beckons, it looms. We will get the World of Horror update, TM. In endless February.